We are in the place to be. Welcome, welcome. Come on in, everybody. We are here. We are definitely here. Yeah, we are here, folks. And we're going to start the night like this. The reticent volcano keeps his never slumbering plan. Confided are his projects pink to no precarious man. If nature will not tell the tale Jehovah told to her, can human nature not survive without a listener? Admonished by her buckled lips, let every babbler be. The only secret people keep is immortality. The reticent volcano, Emily Dickinson. Welcome, welcome, artists and family. You know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. It's about to go down. And welcome to the online open mic presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I'm your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know how we do, because we've been doing this and doing this and doing this. Well, welcome to episode 101. And we do this every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on YouTube. And if you're watching and you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 860-4964-4756. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. Trust, we're going to show you this evening. We do this thanks to some dedicated folks who paid these bills. So we would like to thank the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Bloomberg Philanthropies, the Howard Gilman Foundation, and the New York State Council on the Arts for hosting these free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to neweurekan.org/donate. Every dollar amount counts and is very much appreciated. Make sure you are plugging in with the dopest text in the Zoomverse. First off, the one and only Matthew Motto Keen in the building, Storm Lake in the building, all the way in Jersey. You know what it is. Also, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, a.k.a. RMT. You're not down with RMT by now, damn it. You should be, all the way up in the BX. As well as my man Brian Lee in the building. Appreciate you, man, for being here. That cat is all kinds of incredible. This is where you can find me, Elemen2al.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemen2al.com. So many things going on. Make sure you are plugged in. Tonight's theme, just say no. No. Toxicity. Listen, we see what's going on in the world, right? I referenced in the email today, right? Some of you may some of you may know it, some of you may not. Knowing is half the battle. So just know. Know what you know. Just say no. If you know, you know. Resist the toxicity. Next week's theme. Listen. Togetherness. Blessed to be. This is a 2-minute madness because do y'all know what next Thursday is? It's Thanksgiving. But we're gonna be here. Can you dig the fact that it's already Thanksgiving, folks? Like really, we are already here near the end of the year. But please, next week, keep your poems within 2 minutes. All right. I want to spend time with all of our global family, but I also want everyone to spend time with their family who is going to be local. So please bring your artwork, but keep it to within 2 minutes so we can get through it and enjoy all of us, right? Listen, folks, this is going to be the last theme of November. So here comes December's themes at you. Isn't that crazy? Right? But this is what we're going to be dealing with in December. There are only 5, folks. Can you dig it? 5 open mics left for the year of 2025. Amazing. It has been an incredible ride up to this point. It is going to be an incredible ride the rest of the way, but we are going to be here. All right, let's get to the rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic as much as possible. As you're coming to the microphone, have your artwork ready. All right, we have a full list this evening. So as you're coming up and have your artwork ready, realize you have 4 minutes to rock. All right, 4 minutes to rock. Plus, you have a 30-second grace period, all right? Once you get to 4 minutes, you will see this little timer pop up in your screen, all right? You will see it counting down from 4 minutes once you get on the scene, all right? Once you hit the 4 minutes, you will hear this sound. Once you hear that, you will have 30 seconds to wrap it up. Please, folks, keep it right, keep it tight, because the mute monster is coming. We want to make sure that everyone has the same amount of time to rock. So please keep it right, keep it tight. All right? We have reached the time of night where all of these sensitive ears should be just outside of earshot because we have some explicit lyricists in our community. Some may even bring about some triggering flashbacks. However, the founders of our cafe were major proponents on the freedom of speech, and we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, there is no censorship other than any hate speech or any ism that people may use to manipulate, which will not, I said not, be tolerated. Fuck around and get cute. Get the boot from the BX or from Jersey, baby. For real. It's going down. What we do is a living, breathing trigger warning. Thou hast been warned. This is a true call and response space. After these artists get up here and they share a true essence of who they are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all that energy, all that exuberance with your colleagues. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway. We're going to make sure it stays that way. So share all of that energy. It will be returned to you with the performances of all of your colleagues. The guaranteed list tonight is closed, all right, because signups begin 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you go to neweureka.org. You click on full events calendar. You click on a Thursday that you want to get down on, and you need that artist RSVP ticket. It's the only way you're getting on the guaranteed list. And they don't populate until 24 hours before the show. As today, all the tickets don't get sold out the night before. So make sure you are plugging in even on the day of to see if there are still tickets available. All right? Tonight's list. Yo, incredible artists come to get down. Some folks we haven't seen in a while. And there's a surprise. So, yo, it's going to be amazing. So let's get to it. There's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good, good people? I see you, Brian. Casey, welcome. Michael Sindler's here. Winter Rose is here. Captain of the street team. What's good, my guy? Ike is here. Auntie April's here. Alan Gary's here. Joeski Sea, daughter of Krypton, is here. Dr. Z Paige is here, y'all. It's gonna be a great one. Samantha's here. Poetastic's in the building. Brianna, I see you. Samantha Lopez. Yo, let's get it. Let's get it. I am posting tonight's list into the chat, and it looks like we have a gentleman that seems to truly enjoy starting the night. I don't know how he does it. He may have some sort of a cheat code. I don't know. But he has this thing about starting the night, and he does it incredibly well. He has such a positive message. He always has a rhyme that's always right on time. The one and only Eddie Foreman in the building. Come on, Eddie, let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you. Come on, man. Set it off this evening.
Thank you, my bro. Like no other words like thunder. Like they always say, the early bird gets the worm. Hello, everyone. My name is Ed Poetastic and feeling fantastic. Please, time to go join my rhyme. Thoughtful sublime. I got one piece, so I won't take too much time. This is called Dwelling for Gren. My beautiful Judas, you betrayed me with a kiss. Your eyes were crystal bells, but now cold as jail cells. What did I do for your hate? What's this fate? Oh, the quakes. I saved you from sin, not once but over again. I shower you with love by the heavens above. I drank in all your dirt till my heart burst from the hurt. I gave you guidance, whatever you walk and prance. I gave him golden coins. I even given you bitcoins. I given you miracles like an imbecile. I gave you priceless material on a pedestal. I gave you sparkling gems. I gave you roses without stems. I gave you sparkling diamonds. I gave you what you command. I gave you my golden halo. I gave you jewelry that glows. I just wanted to be the guy who made you fly. I sighed with cries in the corner of your eyes. As nailed by foolishness, as I get nailed by foolishness, my heart crying in the distance. I learned my holy commandments. Sometimes you need to split the difference. You can learn from demons, which is repent on your reasons. If you didn't experience torment, how can you cherish what's decent? I understand it was painfully burned. Beware of hellish patterns. Please don't take yourself for granted. Please toss away what you know is rancid. You all suffer from inner heartburn. Please know it's no concern that love will return. Thank you.
Yo, again, man, I really love your positive spin on what you do, Eddie. You're absolutely amazing. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Poetastic.
Yeah, like you said, we appreciate your optimism so much.
That was wonderful, Eddie.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Love poem. We all suffer from inner heartburn. And damn if you ain't the antacid for that.
Yo, that was beautiful. He called him an antacid. I love it. Eddie is just one of those dudes, man. Like he really does dig in. He really is a really positive dude that way. Also a contributor to I Can't Breathe Volume 2. This dude really puts in work. Make sure you plug in with all things Eddie Foreman. I really appreciate you, Eddie. And I've never heard that cat's name put in the way that you did. You said my beautiful Judas. Every time I hear that cat's name, it usually has something negative attached to it. But the fact that you said my beautiful Judas, I love it, man. I love it. Appreciate that, Eddie. That was really dope. All right. Let's keep it going. Starship is underway, folks. Let's do it. Coming up next. Yo, love when this cat comes through. He has a way with words, so much so that it soothes the soul. He just has a way of writing that just kind of sticks to your bones, man. Really. You're about to find out why I like to call this cat Mr. Chicken Soup himself. The one and only Alan Gary is in the building. Come on, Alan, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, sir. Please, take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Friends, you can follow me on my Alan Gary Facebook page. My piece tonight is chicken soup, but it's for the part of our society that's sick. So drink up, folks, those who need to swallow this. It is called stand. Who the fuck you talking to? What are you doing here? The last bus to Nazi land left. Time marches on. Your sorry ass sits in shit forever. To build up makes one a winner. To tear down makes you the lesser. When sycophants cower, bullies tower, the evil will eventually eat their own. Let them stomach that. Check, please. Cooltastic. Be careful what you don't say. I am not here to fill a seat. I am here to move the needle. Quiet confidence, self-reliance, visibility creates and inspires. Don't put me on pause for no good cause. Courageous cat and minute mouse rocks the house while hedge fund ghouls are little dick fools. Brother Nietzsche's family knows the why, so we can bear anyhow. I am stronger than what's in my head. Don't need Novocaine to quell no truth ache, cause the pain that I feel gonna manifest in what's real. Peace if possible, uncivil war if that's the deal. Gonna sling my shot like steel. Worthy mercy for allied company. Take no prisoners of low-life chiselers. Demand respect and take a stand. Thank you.
Ho, shit then. Talk that, Alan. Come on, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Alan Gary.
Wow.
I love that. I
That's
love when you
definitely-
said, "Who the fuck you talking to?" I really felt that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
really, man. It's a lot of strong truths. Just boom, 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 boom.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I kind of following on what Sindler said. You were just in a frenzy there, and like every phrase was just really surprising, just kept me on my toes through the whole poem. It was just a really wonderful ride.
Speaking
100%.
truth to power.
Yep.
Yes, 100%. Like I don't know what they're called, but I feel like I need the ballerina shoes because like you had me on my toes the entire time. Um, you were on this evening, sir. Right? The last bus to Nazi land left. Right? The evil will eventually eat their own. I'm here to move the needle. I don't need no Novocaine to quell no truth ache. Like, yo, come on, man. Somebody made this cat mad. Listen. I'm realizing now that an angry Alan Gary is quite dangerous. Y'all better be careful. I'm telling you, y'all better be careful. Appreciate you, Alan Gary. Woo! I like that shit. That shit give me hype, man. I like it. All right, coming up next, our resident blacksmith in the building. This gentleman, I'm telling you, he writes some amazing poetry. He always uses form in a masterful way. Mr. Lighthouse Writer himself, the one and only Michael Sindler in the building. Come on, sir. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put in my usual recommendation for lighthousewriters.org, which is a wonderful place. It has all kinds of great workshops and classes and other kinds of stuff. And if you are low on money, they actually do have writerships to help you afford if you can't. Today is International Day of Trans Awareness. So do my shirt up like that. Hope you can see that. You have to come through me because a lot of big thing about trans awareness is knowing that those of us who aren't have to be allies big time. I'm going to read this one called Copacetic. I see you exactly as you're supposed to be. I see you knowing that biology is more than just binary. I see you as authentic, brave, and true. I see you awestruck, how you thrived and grew past torments you were put through. I see you scared and scarred, but not daunted. I see you defeating ghosts that left you haunted, no longer feeling lost and unwanted. I see you as your confidence grows. I see you love the face your mirror shows, proud of the true self you've exposed. I see you unbroken and unapologetic, compassionate and empathetic. I see you and know that you are copacetic. I'm going to follow that because I know you talked about this 2-minute thing, but I'm not going to be here next week for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to read this right now. It's called A Recipe for Thanksgiving. But I do want to wish everybody who is here a lot of fun. So, recipe for Thanksgiving. Preheat emulsion to near boil. Combine standard nuclear family or closest approximate with assorted cousins, uncles, aunts, husbands, wives, lovers, friends, neighbors, and associates into a too small household. Knead together into clumps in living room. Stew and heat from competing TV sports events, news shows, and personal devices. Transfer conglomerate into dining room. Pepper and spice concoction with inflammatory conversation, including but not limited to politics, sex, and religion. Add excessive amounts of alcohol. When fully marinated and scrambled with assorted intoxicants, add large dollops of innuendo and recrimination. Let simmer for entire evening until whole dish is spoiled. Stash all ingredients into memory to forget or stew on for remainder of year. So again, wishing y'all a happy day of trans awareness and wishing everyone a wonderful Thanksgiving.
You are amazing, sir. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Michael Sindler.
It's really great stuff. I'm trans and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I could really taste the recipe of that second poem, Michael. But the first poem, I really was struck by, that sort of the theme or organizing principle of visibility. And isn't that where, affirmation and respect starts? So I thought that was just a really brilliant way to set up a kind of list of affirmations with just acknowledging the visibility.
Absolutely. I love your use of language, and I love how you just started off that first poem. Biology is more than just binary, right? I really really love that. I've never heard anyone put that like that. That was just really really masterful. Um, Proud of the true self you've exposed. I see you. Like just those 3 words, right, can be healing to people. Like I see you, right? Like that's really really just work. And I love the recipe that you gave for Thanksgiving. Preheat emotion to a near boil, right? As well as your colleague Jeff Robles said it too, right? Add large dollops of innuendo and recrimination. I love it. I love it. We do hope that you have a great week next week, however you choose to celebrate, sir. Thank you for all that you continue to do, for the many Thanksgivings that you have spent with us, and all of the great things that you have shared with us. You are very, very much appreciated, sir. All right. Coming up next. Yo. Oh, my goodness. I have to, calm down because I'm getting excited. We are about to get our week put into balance. This gentleman is one of a kind. I love his voice. I love the songs that he writes. I love the melodies that he uses. He's just incredible in every sense of the word, all the way from the Pacific Northwest. The one and only Joeski Sea is in the building. Come on, Joeski. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, sir. Please, take it away.
Hey, Elemental. Hello, everyone. Coming through?
Like a rock star, Joeski. Take it away.
Wonderful. Got a poem and a short song. Behind the windshield of this hearse. I did what I could. I made some noise. I sang what I meant without remorse, but nothing changed till things got worse. Beyond the windshield of this hearse, a dying landscape rushes by, where nothing cries and nothing bleeds. There is no empathy. Behind the windshield of this hearse, I do not wish to speed. And this is something I was really writing yesterday. I continue to be disgusted and appalled as Donald Trump continues to murder people on the high seas. And so this is something new, and it's called Juan, Come Home. Juan, come home. The stormy seas, no place to be. Juan, come home. You've got children of your own, and they need you. Juan, come home. El Diablo rides the waves. Juan, come home. He's hunting unsuspecting prey. Through the mist, the killing ship suddenly appears. Wooden boats never had a chance. Juan, come home. You've got children of your own. Juan, come home. The stormy seas, no place to be, and they need you.
I'm telling you, this dude should be a national songwriter because I'm telling you, he's a national treasure. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Joeski Sea.
Thank you. Very topical. On the money.
It's really great stuff.
Always so timely with your music, Joeski. You are just amazing. You're such a blessing to the open mic here for all these years. It's amazing.
Yeah, Joeski. This thing you just did was just I can't say it, putting the emotion right on top. It was such a organic blend of the poetic and the emotion of the song. You know, it was more than economical with the words. It's like you almost don't say very much at all. And it's all just in your ability to give us that emotion. And it was just stupendously striking to me. Thanks so much.
Great point, Jedi Master. Um, Joeski, you are not a man of many words, right? That's one thing I very much appreciate about the songs that you write, right? Your lyrics are very compact, right? But when you do, they are very impactful, right? So which means that every word that you write is very sincere. The melodies that you use, the tempo that you use, the timbre, you and your instrument are just incredible, man. It is really, really amazing what you do. You are always so on point with the songs that you write. Um, I love how in the first piece you said, I sang what I meant without remorse. There is no empathy behind the windshield of this hearse, right? Wooden boats never had a chance in your song. And I think that speaks to just how massive the oppressive force is when it's approaching people who are just trying to survive. You know, your wooden boats never had a chance anyway. Thank you, Joeski, for doing what you do, man, and for putting our week into balance. Shout out Deneen. Nothing but love, Joeski. Appreciate you, man. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, yo, I don't listen. I saw this artist, right, and I saw her in the screen earlier, and she's got this hood on, and I'm just like, yo, I don't know what's going on. Right? I don't know what's going on. I love this artist. Really, she's one of my favorites. She has so much energy. She speaks so much truth. She's so real about it, whether she's on stage or she's on camera. She's gonna give it to you. She's gonna give it to you like you need it, homie. Trust. The one and only Dr. Z Paige in the building. Come
Thank
on,
you.
Dr. Z Paige. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Great. I'll throw my Instagram in the chat later. I'm Z Page. And I didn't know it was Trans Day of Awareness. So that was a beautiful poem, Michael. Thanks for sharing that. But I guess this poem is appropriate then. I think there's a lot of difficult parts of a gender transition. One of the hardest for me was to make friends with women. I think it's particularly hard because our society really prioritizes romantic relationships over platonic ones. And this is about a friend I recently made who I love. My friend lives in a penthouse overlooking the park bench where I write poetry and cry. She's a therapist, talks for rent while I type to survive. A professional's mind is a poet's on hold. Our emotions flow in opposite directions on one-way roads. Her rooftop panorama collects all the color from those below. Yet her denial remains beyond view. Like me, her soul's blinded by loves she can't remember. She's more marrow than bone, broken by more than most, shards on the floor exposed. Her brain's the home of a psyche snapping, if not held in by a door jamb. Does she forget I'm a therapist too? Then she hands me her childhood journals full of unpublished poetry. There's not enough pennies to flip to think of the odds of us meeting. While reading, my heart dives from her building, cracking glass ceilings, striking faulty asphalt sidewalks, crumbling menageries of illusion. I question whether to pursue the allure of another poet. I stock 3 in the chamber, meaning my mind is full. Then again, half my rounds are emptied, fired by desire, more casings than clips. I connect too quick, inaccurate, like a trigger finger with the scope of a romantic. I buy friendships by widening my hips, stuffing emptiness with meaninglessness. Had she stole my gun, I'd let her. Thankfully, she placed it gently in my holster before I shot myself. Unridden, I hug her, descending the elevator, glad she never showed me her bedroom. I don't know if I was rejected or fulfilled, but I was filled with grief that I finally found a friend who is a woman. Now, when gazing through the window from my park bench, I witness scattered words glazed across scratched pages from past ages. I see her face's reflection ripely ripped on the edges, scarred with penning, dipped in platonic love. I wonder how much kinder would our world be if more poets were professionals and more professionals shared their poetry. Because love exists within poetry, and poetry is not just for poets. Thank you.
You better talk that shit, Dr. Z Page. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Dr. Z Page.
Beautiful work.
Just phenomenal.
Great poem. Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, I love the way you read it. It's very powerful. Thank you.
Truly amazing. It's so always great to have you here, C. Paige. And I'm going to be very selfish. Please make sure you can make it to next week's virtual Final Friday Slam. We're missing you in the slams, you know, so please come to the virtual one. Yeah, but beautiful poem, powerful poem.
This was really kind of focused on a part of your poetry that is always extremely important for me. And I think for many people who may not think of it this way, but how you, as a poet, for the benefit of everybody else, push yourself into the unknown. And you bring that out in so many things you say in these poems. Just the sense of you discovering your own self and your own sensibilities, but the work you do, and I mean work in a real specific way, to reveal this to me and other people like me, who of course have a view from the outside of trans. And this poem really got very specific about and was very powerfully centered on you pushing into the unknown. And I always am really sent off by poetry that does that. I think that's a very important mission for any kind of poet, is really, you know, dealing with stuff that's unknown. As I always say, if you're not going to ask your listeners to bring themselves to what you're doing in some way they have not been asked to before, then why are we doing this?
Absolutely, Jedi Master. You know, Dr. Z Page, I love the beautiful soft aggression that you bring to your artwork. It is so uniquely you. You took us to a penthouse, and then you took us to a park bench where you write poetry and cry. Right? Like I love that fact. I really do, where you're just like, you know, there's a person up on high, you know, enjoying their whole life from their perspective, and then there's a person that's on the ground trying to figure out how it all works. Right? Um I man, like, does she forget I'm a therapist too? Right? A professional's mind is a poet's on hold. Um, Crumbling menageries of illusions. Um, Finally found family who's a woman, a friend who's a woman. Like, come on. Like, you're just amazing. Like, I don't care who a person is. If they don't want to be your friend, they're probably a narcissist. I'm thinking, because you're just an incredible person. Um, Dr. Z Page is also a contributor to 13 Poets for a Pigeon Kiss, published by the illustrious Eike Waltz. Make sure you are plugging in with Dr. Z Page, who also has their own collection of poetry coming. So be on the lookout for that, because Dr. Z Page is amazing. Great to see you, Dr. Z Page. Don't be a stranger. All right, coming up next, yo, this cat, like, I want to call him like our resident hip hop head, because he just comes with the lyrics. Like, he comes with it, and he is always ready with it, for real. So I suggest y'all, like, really put your needle to the record and prepare yourself, because this cat has it. The one and only Brian Enciso in the building. Great to see you. Let these folks know where they can find you. Come on, man. Take it away.
Thanks, Elemental. So this is, I might have time for two, but let's see where we could go. This first one is kind of more of a positive poem compared to my previous, more angrier. So let me just get.
718 originated, 908 paved the way. Lastly, the 201 gave me the place to stay. The new was to come from this strange family called the News. Miss York's got the reputation, Miss Jersey's got the view. Tight like sisters, but just as combative as two misters, but quick to strike a truce when it comes to visitors, when they judging us and they think we're wild, and as if the rest of the country wasn't still spiraling. From Queens to Elizabeth, royalty not required. From Eastwick to the Heights, but I can go higher. From chasing Mr. Softies to chasing NJT rides. Take the path to be on time, MTA for showtime. From Italian eateries to more Italian eateries. Combined, we got more restaurants than Italy. Hurting the East Coast, the Mecca, birthplace of hip-hop. Sedgwick Avenue, a fact that can never be topped. And across the river, Sinatra's Hoboken home still stands. And White Giant's second home, the Meadowlands. And if landing at JFK and LGA will work, there's always the last resort, the EWR in Newark. That's all right. That's all I got for that one. The second one, I guess, kind of just, I call this one Views, just because it's not complete, but it's just about how basically you see things one way, and then as you grow up, they start changing. So let me just. A New Yorker who was never meant to be. Only had 7 years before we headed west to Jersey. But I never had a clue, assumed that this was all forever. Ran around the streets of Sunset with no sense of danger. Yeah, there was still a war happening, but I didn't care. Parents did best to shield me from it, so I wasn't scared. There was a lot I didn't know, and they kept it that way. Played it off with a smile, as if it was all okay. Back in the day, you definitely see me brandishing the colors, pledging allegiance, and idolizing the founding fathers. Didn't need to read, cause watching TV was all it took. Cowboys and Indians depicted as heroes and the crooks, but I still want Columbus Day off. But he was only the second to lay claim, so it's okay. To this day, folks still swaying for the side of the debate, as if the hate in him was all fake, trying to fabricate. Now contemplate if what they say happened that way. My teacher said, open your textbook and turn to page 8. History written by the winners, forget the fallen. But the ghosts are coming back, the history's all haunted. One September morning, everything changed without me knowing. The smoke in the sky gave me a deep sense of foreboding. Terrorism was now a part of my vocabulary, and the president showed us the faces of our adversary. So be wary, living amongst us can be more enemies. Should I worry or should I join the war overseas? Once I turned 18 so I can represent my country, under the guise I'd be a hero, but on the contrary, but I'd be a part of something that likely make me feel ashamed. PTSD and missing limbs wouldn't be worth the accolades. Unbeknown to most of us, corruption's taking root before the internet changed the way we interpreted the truth. We misinformed people through multiple channels, and before that, the radio silenced all the skepticals. Yeah. Not done, but yeah.
Yo, you better be careful talking that shit, man. They gonna censor your ass for real. I'll mute yourself. Give it up for Brian Enciso.
Man, what rhythm.
Paying you.
That was truly masterful. I mean, both things, they came from different sides, but you handled them just as well. It's just, yeah, I totally agree with Paul. Your flow is just out of this world.
Yeah, I really was struck by that coming of age poem. That it's not a topic a lot of coming of age poem writers get into. And, one of the main points you're making, there are definitely people here who would tell you you're exactly right about your concern there. And I'm grateful you've been coming here, because the more I hear your poems, this really pointed out to me how you provide a very physical experience, with your the way you just really rip these rhythms. It felt like being like in a boat bouncing across the surface of the water, going like 50 miles an hour. It just was like a really physical ride. And I think for me, that's a pleasurable experience of poetry. And it goes to a point I like to try and make about how the spoken word is a very physical, living thing. And you really embody that in the way you deliver your poems.
Man, it was so nonstop, almost like you need circular breathing.
Yeah, letting us know that them waters is choppy, bro.
Sure, right? Right? But he's still just holding it down, right? Like yes, right? There is rise and fall in the tide, right? Um, but he handled it like a true mariner, right? On some Aquaman stance type shit. You know what I mean? Um, I really just love like Maddie said, right? He just um, he talked about all of the transportation, right? All of the transportation in the city and in Jersey, right? Like it was just it's just work. He even mentioned the 718, the 201. He mentioned the birthplace of hip hop, y'all. I don't know if y'all caught that. He mentioned Sedgwick Avenue, yo. Like I'm there for that. You know what I mean? Shout out to South Bronx, man. BX in the building, man. For real. Like that's just work. That's just work. For real. In the second poem, he talked about no sense of danger. Cowboys and Indians. I love that, right? History is written by the winners, right? The president showed us the face of our adversaries. No doubt about it, sir. And if you're not watching, you're not paying attention, it's probably why you're asking so many questions about what happened. They're showing it. I said it recently. The news is a weapon, folks. It really is. Appreciate you, Brian, for what you do, man. For real, you got the work. Your flow is locked in. Make sure you continue to pin that work and continue to share it with us. It's heat, man. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, this incredible gentleman comes through with his brand of genius, whether he's telling us jokes, whether he is singing us songs. I see he's got a great goblet full of something spectacular in his hand this evening. He is incredible in every form of the word. The one and only Catman Bill in the building. Come on, Catman, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. You know, you always, all those accolades just, you build me up, and then I get shot down. And anyway, so first, I don't see any kiddies in the audience because I have some dirty shit. And so if there's any kiddies in the room, just raise your hand and I'll move on to something else. Is that all right? Cool. All right. So I was having a good day today. A simple, quiet day. I had to make 25 pounds of cat food for my herd of cats in here. I do my own. I make my own cat food. It's better for them and it's cheaper. And then I adjourned to my studio to work on some clients' work. And later on in the day, I said, this is going great. I'm going to come on to this Norwegian tonight. Let me go out for a little run. So I went out for a run, and I haven't fallen. I haven't taken a dive in decades, but this one happened. And as I was going down, I said, just don't let my head hit first. And I skirted that, and I have a big gash on my finger. I'm going to be in pain tomorrow. That's not why I'm wasting my time, but I just wanted to say that first of all, I was thinking today, I haven't gotten a haircut since the 1990s. Guess what? I haven't gotten a blowjob since the 1980s. He's laughing. It was Eleanor, and I was having a little quaint relationship with her back in the mid 80s, and she was an older woman, and in one of our trysts, she told me to lay back, and I laid back, and before going down on me, she reached into her mouth and yanked out her dentures and threw them on the bed, which of course scared the hell out of me. And I just kept looking at those dentures, and then looking back at Ellie, back at the dentures, back at Ellie, wondering, let Ellie do her thing. But no, the dentures took hold, and they said, no, over here, asshole. I have control of you now. And the dentures were right. The dentures took over, and they had sway that evening. Well, anyway, I'm using up your valuable time. So I'm going to talk about maybe Mrs. Hennigan in fourth grade Catholic school. I have a Jewish last name. You know, my mother intermarried. They call them blended families these days, and but brought up a Catholic. And so I was the only kid in a with a Jewish last name in a Catholic school. And the nuns thought I was the biblical prophecy of Jewish conversion until I opened my mouth, and they soon found out that I was the messenger from hell. And one day in fourth grade class, Miss Hennigan caught me talking, and she put me under her desk. Now, why would a teacher put a student under her desk for punishment? I don't know. But now I was suddenly looking up at her fat thighs, opening and closing, wondering, should I reach up and touch it? What could she do? Nothing, really, because I had control of her at that point. But she could also then had screamed and called up the principal, Father Emmerling, to say, Father, little Billy Cat's just touched my pussy. What should I do about it? And he said, well, how did he get to touch your pussy? And he said, oh, I put him under my desk for talking in class. Well, you march little Billy Cats right down to my office right now so I can put him under my desk. End of story.
You're amazing, Catman. Don't ever let anyone tell you you're not. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Catman Bill.
Catman Bill, you
That
are
was
so dirty.
that was such a great ending, though.
I come back in a room, and the first thing I hear is about him getting the head with the velour rub. I'm like, what did I walk into? Is someone telling my story?
I couldn't make that story up in a million years. I mean, how could I have ever thought that, a woman, and that's what a younger woman wouldn't have had dentures in her mouth, but Ellie was trying to appease me and pleasure me, and she, yanked those dentures out, and, all.
Hey, Catman, I do the same thing, but I do it to a female.
Oh, no.
I think that was the first for this 5 years. First time we've seen anybody yank their teeth out. We are officially the place to be.
We open our mouths.
I think you just expanded the community standards there.
You said no censorship.
that was way within limits, man.
Happy Thursday, family. Happy Thursday.
I'll accept this response. Thank you very much. You're ending my day on a good note. I'll be in massive pain tomorrow morning, but right now I'm enjoying it with some vodka and a pain pill. So I'm not in any pain right now. Thank you.
Okay.
Got some Scotch style ale over here.
Wow. We all witnessed that, right? We were all here for that this evening. Okay. We all saw that, right? Definitely one for the ages. Definitely one for wow. I'm flabbergasted, folks. Like very rarely do you find a poet speechless, and I'm looking at Dr. Z Paige's face like I don't even know what to do. Right? Like I don't. Okay. Y'all are amazing. Right? Like there is never ever a dull moment when it comes to incredible creative professionals. Y'all make the universe pay attention. For real with what y'all do. I'm not Maze. I'm not with you, Maze. I'm not with you, Maze. Catman, you produce incredible work, sir. I love the conversation that you had with the dentures. I love the fact that you shared your stumble and fall with us. I hope that your concoction in your cocktail help you to survive tomorrow without pain. We appreciate the captain of the street team for providing provocative entertainment this evening, and I'm sure there's more to come. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, Our resident Gilgamesh is in the building. He is shocking in his own right. His poetry is interstellar. I keep telling him I don't know what planet he gets his download from, but it's amazing. He is the Jedi Master. He's been doing this longer than some of us have even thought about doing poetry. The one and only Jedi Master is here. Paul Skiff in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please, take it away.
Just gonna read the second half of this unfinished poem from last week. It's gonna be a time crunch here. Time is also dead, withdraws its silence, drops its never ending into gone, instructed by institutional fear, externalized as buying habit, even after the artificial God had invoked our voice to speak as mortals, selling the right to buy a ticket for chance to wait in line, hoping to qualify for eligibility and win limited offers, worst deal in a satisfaction raffle at an income disposal rally. Part of what America learned by having slaves was how to convert everyone into a slave, just a slave with access to a toilet and habituated to being half alive. I see your squint. I see your squint, the belief in a better world, but the economy of aspiration is worth that S for too much subordination. No retreat into sentimental bourgeois introspection will rescue. The real key to achieving consumer nirvana would be an answer to how prosperity may be pirated, which means thinking about what can we get away with doing the least of. The institutions that deformed your soul, diminished your humanity, now as though improved by ventriloquy of price tags. The whole person you were born as has lost the self-respect to turn yourself on all the way. Your face smells like a computer screen. Your opinion is a sock puppet within which squirms the peer group. But wait, says who you used to be. You want your orgasm to mimic a rumbling party house inferno that vibrates and shudders like street robot garbage truck dropped a dumpster on, but to you love is made mostly of just a back door, an exit to the dictatorship of here and now, the unavoidability of improbable crushing small chance into vulnerability. Middle-class utopia becomes inebriated on pilgrimage towards customer satisfaction and posturing spiritual salvation that now litters convenience and instant gratification on shrine to the rights of a future generation through a broken fear barrier. There is nothing more hungry than a person starving for some human rights, except perhaps a person struggling to have enough money to be treated like a white person. In the American dream, it is just a dream. You become what you love just as you awaken to your credit rating. It has always been possible to create a culture that does not destroy the world, but culture is an ornament irrelevance wears on its pursuit of happiness before a person ages out of economic relevance. You always liked the sun since you were born, but wanting for its radiation immediately close like the heart that once lay above you. My face is a ghost. There is nothing you are looking for behind it. Often now things leave my mind never to return, but in the ineluctable vanishing, I don't give a fuck what is permanently forgotten. You are not my trick to the whole thing. Once it discovers my social status is devoid of caloric value, the famished whatever you sent to eat me is your problem. Yeah, what are you gonna feed your cruelty now, since it's eyeing your genitals on your smart-assness? If we pass the mutuality of our situation back and forth in the return of respect, like focus point of sunlight extends what makes our reason for doing live a future, we thrive. It's one truth from which each person's being grows. Remember that. I'm not going to repeat this again. So if you missed it, you are just going to have to be born once more and live this moment over, or just hope for deja vu to show up. Among the plethoras of bliss in this caterwaul of counter melody, among the plethoras of bliss in this caterwaul of counter melody, I am gifted with the revelation This eye to eye we now sit across from each other in reflects it is now time to just relax and get the spider in the bathroom high. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Paul Skiff.
You finished and I was just laughing out loud. Like I was like getting the spider high, like the plethora. Like you just know how to do all of it, Paul. It's so fun. It's so fun to watch you and listen to you.
What a ride.
You're a dynamo.
It is a dynamo.
I wasn't sure at like toward the end, I wasn't sure if you were trying to hypnotize people. Like I wasn't really sure if you were just like sinking into this rhythm where we were already hypnotized or you were trying to hypnotize us if we were the spider or if we were the smoke. Sir, you're interstellar. You're intergalactic with it. Like you might have been the fourth Beastie Boy. Like I don't know, man. Like your face smells like a computer screen? What? What does a computer screen smell like, sir? But before a person ages out of economic relevance, what are you going to feed your cruelty now? Sentimental bourgeois introspection. Like, you're amazing, sir. Like, amazing is looking for a word to call you right now. Amazing is on the phone with Phenomenal right now, and they're like, "What the hell do we call Paul Skiff? Like, what is his number? Like, what is his number?" Thank you, sir, for doing what you do, for continuing to take it there. Honestly, Jedi Master, thank you for continuing to take it there, right? Because, you know, a lot of us, and I say this a lot, and I haven't said it in a while, we have very much fun writing to themes and, you know, writing about kittens and rainbows and Skittles. But you, sir, remind us that there are different galaxies. You remind us that there is a level of poetry that takes your insides and it turns it into a Rubik's Cube. And I appreciate you for doing that. I appreciate you for reminding us that there's a level of hunger in this world, in this realm of creativity that we still seek. Thank you for doing what you do and doing it at such a high level. You're amazing. All right. 2 more artists, and we're going to go to halftime. But check this out. It has been a while. And I was just talking about, you know, cracking brains and you know, next level and intergalactic. Prepare yourself, folks. Because we have a treat this evening. Oh my gosh, do we have a treat this evening. I'm going to introduce an artist. I like to call him the most eloquent writer in the world. He is the closest thing to a Dr. Love that I know. Him and Billy Paul are very similar because they have this thing going on. He is amazing all the way across the pond. The one and only Lantern Carrier. Check this out. This evening, he is going to be collaborating with an amazing artist who is just, she is a unique artist in her own right, a unique snowflake amongst snowflakes, whether she is on a plaid path or on her own path. When these two get together, prepare the universe for something amazing. A new Big Bang is about to happen. Please prepare yourself for the one and only Lantern Carrier and the one and only Winter Rose. It's happening, folks. It is great to see you both. Please let the world know where they can find you. Please take it away.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Are you ready, Elisabeth?
I am ready.
Sweet. I'll
Good
start.
evening. Hi.
Hey, you look absolutely gorgeous, if I may say so.
Gracias, amor.
De nada. Toxicity comes in various forms and guises, but whether it comes in medicine, chemicals, radiation, lewd images, foul languages, or callous human hearts, it always leaves wounds behind, like a sharp blade in the wrong hands.
Toxicity is a heavy word with real consequences behind its eyes. It watches me, lewd, as you mention. Bearing my evil sabotage glutton of pain, I ignite upon the witch's pyre.
Malicious gossip is like a naked knife, stabbing the gossiper and hurting others. Indecent toxicity of lewd images pervade and pervert the internet, and President Traore has rightly encouraged the youths of Burkina Faso to be mindful and wise with the way they use the media.
The leaders of the world, drunk with power, hunger games of resources which you need, yet they always obtain colonial powers dripping still amid the blackouts. The typhoid young men, old people, children, women, always collateral. And isn't that everyone suffering?
Africa is awakening, and a new consciousness has emerged, especially among the youth. They are rising against the exploitation of this golden continent to ensure that it is no more used as a testing ground for nuclear weapons, mass trial of vaccines, medicines, and covert toxicity, leaving its people to endure great suffering on a weeping soil.
We are fighting the political toxicity and abuse of the youth with poetry. Inventing a new language of mutiny and resistance, riding deep into the night of no jobs and corruption and ceilings to the dim lamp light of a soul generator.
Political toxicity is real, spread via the expansive privileges of the corporate few, hearts too cold to think about the collective trauma of human trafficking, the solemnity of grief in those weeping over the dear ones sent to Jannah by those who feed of greed, power, and control.
I say no. I say no. The trauma I feel is too real. Raped and drugged and punished by the leather welts of my husband's words. That is the reality of us as trapped women. Witnessing the torch and flee policies, unable to locate sus desaparecidos, sus hijos, entregaron por el abismo noche del hombre y poder.
I say no to the mass dehumanization created by wars, waged by those who dine on caviar and vintage in the shadows, play golf with funds bled from the necks of the impoverished, and lack will for the duty of care to their own citizens. For they live in the valley of the shadow of transient banquets in offshore palaces and secret bank accounts.
I say, fuck you to the mechanisms of men. I am so angry at the wars of men, at the supporting cast, trying to keep their teenager men out of jail. Enabler, whores.
Abusive behaviors and patterns awake whenever darkness reigns and the dawn of hope becomes a distant vision. Women become debased, robbed of their self-esteem, imbuing guilt in the mental and emotional psyche, all due to inflammatory rhetoric and lies. Love then becomes a distant shadow, shedding tears of mercy in its forgiveness. This problem affects men too, of course.
I say no to how mean I am to myself, because I am so incredibly mean to myself. The PTSD product of the society of which you speak, or am I demented? Am I an abhorrent example of mental illness?
I say no to the toxic ones lurking in backroom shadows, mastering the art of division, misinformation, digital and cyber manipulations, those who come camouflage in recognized agencies disguised as aid only to augment the abject poverty in which I am already struggling.
I would like to hug you tight, to hold you in your pain and frustration, to witness you. I want to remind you of your worth, the worthiness of your fight, to call it all out and still survive.
No to the toxicity that destroys families and environments with drugs, creates digital platforms with extreme views, fake news, sensationalism, and provocative headlines designed to incite riots and dissension.
I say yes to you. I say yes to everything you say, Lantern, and I would like to spend the night staying up late and talking with you gently.
No to online trolling or harassment, tainting of reputation and affectations of mental health. This may lead to distrust in governmental institutions and create civil unrest.
The pain of this poem is making me tired, Kingsley. I'm tired absorbing the toxicity and I want to be held. I say no to all of the evil, all of the societal ills have reached the point where I respond with withdrawal and isolation.
No to the toxicity of threats to progressive government, infestation of society with anxiety, depression, and fear. No to trust in the ones who once applauded our Constitution, but now make friends with the demons of power and pelf.
I want to have hope, Mentor. I want to believe that your eloquence, my honesty could save us, could keep me in line with your love, could hearken the sun, not the pitch black of November elections at 4 p.m.
Let us move forward to the brilliant sun, to walk towards the excellence of a more peaceful world, a multipolar democracy where genuine smiles return and the majority dwells in love, a lamp to our seeking and a road to our nameless freedom.
Una lámpara para nuestra búsqueda y el camino hacia una libertad sin nombre.
Una lámpara para nuestra búsqueda y el camino hacia una libertad sin nombre. This has been the eloquent voices and the moonlit hearts of the illustrious and most beautiful Elisabeth and the lantern carrier. Thank you.
I mean, y'all all saw that happen in real time, right? Unmute yourself, give it up for Lantern Carrier Winter
Oh my
Road.
God, how wonderful.
Wow.
I rocked it.
Thank you.
Yay.
We're talking about not a duo, but a duet. That was so beautiful. Thank you.
Sure. Very captivating.
The conversation.
That part.
Yeah, this was like I don't know what it's like a poetry tuning fork of beauty, and it just shimmered from start to end. We're all here to do this, and you really just shimmered it as bright as I've ever experienced. We come here to create moments of emotional communion, and you really just exemplified that so far, far above and away. That was beyond pleasure. I almost feel guilty for feeling how pleasurable that was, but I'm going to quote Elisabeth. I'm going to say no to how mean I am to myself.
Way to go, Paul. Way to go.
I thought he was going to say a different quote, so I'm thrilled with that quote.
You know, as I'm listening to the two of you, it's reminiscent of a song that most people know. It is very familiar in the music culture, and it is by Lionel Richie and Diana Ross, and it's called Endless Love. And when you hear this song, when they're singing it together, you don't really know who wrote which parts, but the way that their voices balance in this song makes it perfect. And when I hear the two of you work together, there is no struggle, right? There is no imbalance and a rebalance. It starts like this and it ends like this. Like there is no fluctuation in what you do, because both of you are trying to make sure that the equation stays balanced throughout. And that is amazing. I don't hear anyone trying to overpower anyone. I don't hear anyone trying to outquip another one. Both of you sound like you're so in love with each other's work that you're just trying to love each other's work. It's amazing. Like, a lot of people do collaborations, but you two have something that's pretty amazing, honestly. And listen, for the folks who've been rocking with us for some years, we have heard quite a few collabs. But the way that the two of you work together is pretty amazing. Thank you for doing what you do and sharing it with us. Like, I'm not even going to quote any of it. I'm just going to tell all of y'all to go back and rewatch that, because that was poetry. That was love in motion, for real. All right, look. We are going to go to halftime. I can't thank all of you enough for hanging out with us so far this evening. Shout out Mason Bailey. Shout out Brianna Carroll. Shout out Liza. Who else is in the building? Samantha's here, of course. Shout out Katara Miller. Shout out everyone. Auntie April, I see you in the building. Shout out everyone who is here. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us. We are going to go to halftime, and we will be back in about 5 minutes, folks. So prepare yourself, but we shall return shortly. Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to the online open mic with the greatest community in the world. Week after week, you keep this flame of artistry burning with a light that transcends time, distance, and borders. Now, welcome to the Halftime Report. I am your correspondent. My name is Elemen2al, bringing you the latest news and upcoming events, proudly presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and as always, keep creating. The New Eurekan Bowery Slam, happening every Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club in New York City, hosted by Luna Rosa and Jay Rose. There are only 3 New Eurekan Bowery Slams left to help you reach the Grand Slam stage. Winner receives a $20 cash prize plus a chance to compete in the final Friday Slam, occurring on the last Friday of the month. This month will be virtual on Zoom, hosted by Matthew Marroquin and Paul Conqueso. Winner receives a $100 cash prize plus a nomination to get in our annual Grand Slam. Final Friday winners get a feature at a New Eurekan open mic and nominate themselves for our $1,000 Grand Slam. For more details on the Slam season, including rules, winners, and current year scoreboard, go to neweurekan.org/slam. Our Open mics at the Lower East Side Center are back and better than ever. The venue records high quality audio and video of all performances, and they are live streamed to the Lower East Siders and New Eurekan YouTube channel. The first Wednesday of the month, we have Women's Orator Wednesday, aka WOW, hosted by somebody's mama. Make sure you come through. It's gonna be amazing. The remaining Wednesdays of the month, we have the New Eurekan Open Mic, hosted by Brian Acosta Aria, aka Brian the Motel Guy. Make sure you plug in. It is going to be something special. Our online programs, which are absolutely free, include the online open mic, hosted by yours truly, weekly on Thursdays via Zoom and live stream on YouTube. All styles are welcome. Every artist has 4 minutes to rock with new themes every week. The Slam Workshop, happening on the second Tuesday of every month via Zoom, hosted by the National Youth Poet Laureate Stephanie Pacheco. When you sharpen your craft, you sharpen your performance. Make sure you plug in. There are many other in-person and online events coming up. For info and tickets of all the programming, you can go to newyourekan.org/calendar. Our social media and website and other links, including how to sign up for the mailing list, you go to our Linktree/New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Visit our YouTube channel to catch past live streams of online and Lower East Side Center open mics, beatniks, and special events at Battery Park City, Poetry House, and NJ Pack. The New Eurekan Poets Cafe is a non-profit 501c3 organization based in New York City on the Lower East Side. Ticket sales and grants don't cover all of our programs and operations expenses. So here are ways that you can help support us in our mission to continue with moving poetry forward. Our merchandise, shirts, hats, and tote bags available for purchase at our New York table and in-person events, or go to newyourekan.org/merch. Spring and summer collection coming soon. Also, check out and subscribe to our Patreon site. Gain access to video recordings of in-person events not available online for the public. Go to patreon.com/New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Special thanks to our tech team, our programs and operations team, all of our hosts, our executive director, and all our sponsors for helping us to continue to move our artwork forward. We appreciate you for all your continued support, helping us to keep the spirit of artistry and inspiration of poetry alive and moving forward through the spirit of our founder. Brought to you by Elemen2al Vision Works, inspiring change through passionate poetry and creative production.
Your energy and passion truly make this community something special. Thank you for all your artistry and your genius. Truly can't thank you enough.
We appreciate you. Now, back to the show. Peace. Oh, yeah, we are back in the building. Let's get to this second half of the evening. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Wow. Okay. We almost had it. We almost had a new voice. Thank you, Casey, for coming through. Hate that you weren't able to come and hang out with us for the duration, but we hope that you definitely come back through and hang out with us. Listen, it has been an amazing night so far, and we are going to continue with a list of incredible artists. Plus, we have some folks on the good luck round that are going to amaze you, as they always do. So coming up first, I told y'all, this gentleman doesn't know how to rest. He said his age one time, and I still don't believe him, because I got another piece of information in the mail that I'm about to show you. And it also precursored some other things that are coming. And I'm telling you, if this dude's age is what he says he is, then I'm too far behind, yo. Like for real. Because this cat is amazing. Check this one out. See this? See this? I don't even know what number of book this is that this gentleman has written. But there are more to come. And as I've told y'all, if I know anything about this gentleman, there's more to come. The storytellers are in the building. I mentioned this gentleman earlier for publishing 13 Poets for a Pigeon Kiss. This is his newest offering. Shout out our resident descendant of the Starship Enterprise, Garland Thompson. This gentleman is amazing. Can y'all see this? This gentleman is amazing. I like to call him the Vincent Price of poetry. The one and only Ike Waltz is in the building. Come on, Ike, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you very much. Please, take it away.
Lately, many take claim to what the German pastor Martin Niemöller so eloquently admitted at a speech in 1946. Martin Niemöller, 1892 to 1984. The post-World War II confession by the German Lutheran pastor Martin Niemöller. Niemöller, who spent 8 years in a concentration camp. After World War II, Niemöller openly spoke about his own early complicity in Nazism and his eventual change of heart. His powerful words about guilt and responsibility still resonate today. Let me quote Niemöller. First, the Nazis came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then the Nazis came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then the Nazis came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then the Nazis came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Thus, whenever I change to meet a Jew, I cannot but tell him, dear friend, we cannot get together, for there is guilt between us. I have sinned, and my people have sinned against thy people and against thyself. Oh, yes. The echo of a Martin Niemöller lingers on, especially after the reign of the 45th Residency and the 47th democratically elected freak, another monster show. And here I am. I do not register as a Republican because I'm not a Trumpster. Yes, they told me to go home to where I came from. I do not register as an independent because I'm not an activist. I do not register as a Democrat because I do not want to be registered. I'm concerned because of massive legalized political corruption, the core of our demise. I vote because I feel morally obligated. I support the cause of the so-called blacks because I'm not black. I support the cause of the so-called browns because I'm not brown. I support the cause of the so-called Asians because I'm not Asian. I do not agree with the whites because I'm not a white supremacist. I do not believe in Christianity because I'm no Christian. Yes, they told me that I will burn in hell. I do not believe in Judaism because I'm no Jew. I do not believe in Islam because I'm no Muslim. I'm not a communist because I believe in a social democracy. I'm not an anarchist because I accept the divine. I'm not a trans, but my good neighbor is my best friend. I am an American because I only see a multi-racial society. I am an American because I enjoy a multi-ethnic society. I am an American because I enjoy a multi-religious society. I am an American because my sexual orientation got nothing to do with my capabilities. I became an American. Yes, I upgraded to be a Californian. I am an American because I do not have a gun, because I do not need to kill anyone. And then I speak out because history is repeating itself. I speak out because I'm a concerned citizen. I speak loudly because I am a man. I speak softly because I am human. Thus, Whenever I chance to speak to you, I cannot but tell, dear friends, we cannot be divided, for there will be guilt between us. Despite religious and political dogma, divided will have sinned against us, our children and our children's children in the eyes of humanity. And here I am, an American Californian, expecting more from a new world order. No offense intended. Just say no.
You know, gosh, man, like, unmute yourself. Give it up for Ike Waltz.
Thank
I
you.
love that you are bringing history up to date, my brother. Thank you so much for connecting us. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I when I follow what the maestro's saying, yeah, that Niemeyer quote is very famous, but the way you use it in this poem, which is kind of themed about, how to learn, it's sort of a lesson about a lesson, and that what a person ultimately learns by ducking is it doesn't exempt you from paying consequences ultimately. And you were just, again, you just bring in history and traditional form together the way you do in such an eloquent way. I just wanted to respond with my feelings about that. It's how to learn is one of the most essential lessons we as human beings can learn.
You know, Ike, what I saw just now, and again, I've been rocking with Ike for some time. But what the energy that you just gave me right now, Ike, is you strike me as a philosopher in the vein of Archimedes and Socrates, in the sense of you are the philosopher giving us information that history is written from. You speak so matter of factly. And this is what I love about poets. We don't say things that we don't research beforehand. All right? We don't just say things off the, that are just off the hip. We research all the things that we say. And you sound so much so like a philosopher teaching teachers. This is where the teachers go to get the information that they teach their students. I love the calm presence of your voice. I love how matter of fact that you speak with what you speak about. Right? You just I can't thank you enough for what you do and how you do what you do, because there is no one else like Ike Waltz. Honestly, Ike, thank you, sir. Really. And again, as I've said before, folks, this is a testament to his dedication to what we do, and there are more to come. He is so focused and dedicated on helping our craft move forward. Thank you, Ike, for doing what you do. Go back and hear how old that cat said he is. I don't believe that shit, Ike, at all. I don't believe that. Shout out to Queen Sheila, man. For real. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, another illustrious writer, storyteller, former fencer, playwright, poet, pushcart nominee. The list goes on and on. Author of Four Crescents, Black Calculus, Evaporating Rage, contributor to Love Letters to Gaia. This gentleman is just all kinds of incredible. Love when he comes through. He is a pillar of our community. The one and only Noel Mathematics in the building. Come on, Math. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, Maestro. Please, take it away.
Okay. I love that I get to witness my brothers and sisters in the creation. And, you know, the fact that you mentioned that I'm a fencer, I mean, once a fencer, always a fencer. And that is another artistic form, as well as something that taught me how to be human. Okay? So here we go. The title of this piece is It Takes One to Know One. In order to defeat my opponent, I have to think like my opponent in order to overwhelm them with my strategy. If I am to overwhelm my enemy with love, do I have to think and feel like my enemy that can conjure hate on the whim of breathing the same air as the hated? If I am to survive with the heart and the mind filling myself with hate, where will love seed? Where will love dig roots? Where will love send up shoots? Where will love bud and branch out? Where will love find enough room? Where will love blossom and bloom? To grow, to be recognized, not technotized into another emojicon expressed with the click of a key and not the beat of an up-close heart. I cannot take any feature of the one that hates, though I must look and act like the one that hates in order to get their attention and attraction. How can I be authentic to the veneer and to my spirit that wants only love at the same time? It takes one to know one, to be accepted by a true hater, just like a true believer. Shining the light of love is so much harder in these times because of the distance and remoteness between human beings. As crowded as our streets are with people reaching out for love as a human resource, our today cloaks our contact in intermittent Wi-Fi hubs. An account of how many likes and shares and quotes of shares that we've become the she said, he said society. Used to be called Peyton Place back in the 60s. You know that love is not easy to hide with a piece of cloth, nor hard-edged veneer. It takes one to know one. So the one that hates would be looking right through you with your make-believe hate. What part of hate do I empathize with, especially when the one that hates willfully embodies that? Where will I thrive and not just survive? Peace.
I'm telling you, I love poets. I love poets. They have such a way with words. Unmute yourself. Give it up for the maestro.
Thanks again, Norm, for all the wisdom you impart here all the time. This is really kind of lifted by, I think, one of the lessons you imparted, which is, you cannot dehumanize love.
You know, I love that you said once a fencer, always a fencer, because you are still hitting pressure points with your work. You have traded your foil for a pen, but it still works masterfully. You are still scoring points on an Olympic level, sir. Like, you got to know that, for real. Like, to be accepted by a true hater like a true believer. We've become the she said, he said society. With your make believe hate. Like, indeed, Jeff, MLK's messages lives, no doubt. because of how you do what you do, Matt, and you do it from such a sincere spirit. Really, I really can't thank you enough for the battle that you're going through, for your resilience, for the toughness that you continue to show. Like, you're an amazing human being. You inspire me every time I hear you, sir. Thank you for doing what you do and continuing to make time to hang out with us on Thursday night, sir. A true pillar of our community. Thank you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, like, yo, this cat right here, he's like Mr. Slice of Life, for real. I love how he has still he has the subway background, right? I can almost hear the train coming down the tracks. I can almost hear the crackle of the third rail buzzing as he's getting ready to rip. This gentleman is all kinds of incredible. The one and only Jeff Robles in the building. Come on, Jeff. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, sir. Please take it away.
Thanks a lot, Elemental. Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just on Facebook, and tonight I'm going to finish up my reading on subway poems. So I'll be changing that background soon. Last two pieces, okay, and then something new. Sunday morning ruin, casualties all around, bodies propped up and out cold, comrades devastated by conflict, all of us dispossessed and forsaken, wounded and cradled in our own arms, struggling and fighting to survive. Indifference, a 10 megaton blast to the soul. Anger, the flower of despair. I decide to switch to another car. The holiday special. A surprise at 2nd Avenue and Houston Street. A green vintage train boarding on the northbound track. I cross over to investigate and discover the MTA's Christmas gift to New York City. Vintage train rides from 2nd Avenue and Houston Street to Queens Boulevard every Saturday from Thanksgiving to Christmas Eve. I board the train, step onto the red painted floor, and breathe in that old remembered sulfur smell. Two train buffs explain it's the compressors. I sit on one of the red cushioned seats, happy to be transported back in time. On board, festive, well-paid employees, transit museum members with high-powered digital cameras, trendy couples, hungover buds collecting new adventures to share at the bar, geeks with glasses and headphones, teens hungry for the green, rusty New York City past, parents educating their children, a child screaming in her stroller, phones and cameras snapping pictures aboard car 1300, noises hissing, screeching, and clanking through the open windows and connecting doors. The stunned looks on faces as we pull into West 4th Street. A confused commuter pokes his head inside the open doors and asks, "Is it going to the next stop?" A chorus of voices cheer, "Yes, get on." A reticent woman boards the train, trying hard to conceal her joy and wonder, but reveals it with a nervous tic that causes her lips to pucker. The tourists enjoy an extra added bonus on their New York City holiday. Subway cars when train fare, hot dogs, pizza, and soda all cost 20 cents, and tokens were the size of a dime. But the windows on the doors are still too high, so my brother and I raced and fought, but no matter who won, Mom made us share the window seat. And I guess I'm still sharing the window seat. Thanks. And last one, reading here has been helping me. This is all new to me. So this is on reading poems. Speak normally, no dramatic pauses, let the words flow. A beat between poems, okay. Just keep reading, flowing steadily like a river until you reach time. Thank you. It's a note to myself.
That was magnificent, sir. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Jeff Robles.
Wonderful.
Thank you. I think those trains are going to be running after Thanksgiving again this year.
Love the last lines of the train piece, still sharing the window seat. I really heard in that poem so much about how we think of the people around us kind of shape us and teach us things, but just as much as that, we're kind of shaped and grown by the environment we're in, and that includes, the train.
Yeah, I really love how your voice seems to coincide with the sound of the train. Like, they could play your voice on the train as it's going, and people would actually pay attention, in my opinion. Mind you, people in New York on the train are only focused on getting to the next stop. Trust and believe. However, they might actually take the time to pay attention to what you're saying, because you speak like you're one of the poles or one of the seats or even the map on the train, like you're supposed to be there, like you're a part of the train, right? So I appreciate the fact that you are making yourself like a cog in the machine in the best of ways. Like I really, really appreciate the way you deliver your work, the calmness in your delivery. Because the train can be chaotic, folks. For the folks who have never been in New York, who've never ridden the train can be chaotic. Really. Like, you're like this. You're like this for like, you know what I mean? It can be really chaotic, but you make it really sound peaceful and really reverent, and I appreciate that, right? You mentioned parents educating their children. You're sitting in the red seats, happy to be transported back into time, right? And listen, sir, we are delighted in the reading of your poems. So thank you for finding the confidence to come and hang out with us and share your work with us. It is amazing. We appreciate you. All right. So we have 4 more artists on the guaranteed list, and we have 3 on the good luck round. So, coming up next, it is time for our Tez Talk. This gentleman, he has been rocking with us since the beginning. He is the author of lots of amazing things. He is a contributor to Love Letters to Gaia. He is not your chihuahua. But one of the things that I love about him is he always reminds me of this piece of work, Simulacra and Simulation. This is the book that the Matrix was based off of. This man raises the IQ in every room that he's in. The one and only Mr. Tezozomoc is in the building. Come on, Mr. Tez. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemen2al. Folks can catch me on Instagram under Gashes2019. I just had one of my pieces published as an opinion piece in Kalo News a couple of days. So if you guys are interested in that, it's on my my webpage, and you can follow me on tezozomoc.substack.com. And let's see what we can do tonight. Woke up this morning, diesel ghost in the air. Out by the canal where the black water flows. The empire ain't fallen, but it's rusting right down to the bone. Yeah, it ain't fallen yet, but it's corroded down to the bone. Just that old coyote waiting, Lord, he waiting all alone, waiting on the key for the truth to be known. Before the settlers came, this was wetlands about. Herons stitching the marsh, making the morning from the clouds. Now it's all gone to static, all electric requiem low. Yeah, that substation humming, an electric requiem low. Coyote just sits there watching. He's the only one who knows. He's watching as the empire's last glow starts to go. The morning arrives like a broken archive, copying up memory wire seed, and a jawbone so sharp. The dirt smells of money and diesel repentance and shame. Yeah, the dirt smells of money and diesel repentance and shame. Coyote crosses the sediment through a nation of deferred pain. He walks through the wind and the rain. And I'm gonna stop here because everybody deserves a chance.
Wow, sir. Like, the only thing missing is a campfire. Truly. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Mr. Tezozomoc.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that the past few times you showed up that eventually you'd get to break out the guitar again.
Yeah.
Because I think it was a piece that kind of asked me to slow down a little, and that's a good and healthy thing to be asked to do. And really, I like the kind of lament in it, and it kind of comes off as a ballad, a sort of very traditional thing, but you're describing all these very, very, in the moment and contemporary things and mixing in kind of traditional iconography. So it had all the kind of elements I'm used to hearing in your your written pieces. But I was just glad to hear you break out the guitar again and get me to slow down. Thanks.
I didn't want it to end.
For someone who is intimately familiar with Mr. Tez's work, he mentioned Coyote. And I miss Coyote, right? There used to be stories about Coyote once upon a time, and all of his journeys and his exploits and his travels. And what I love about what you do, Mr. Tez, is as the Jedi Master said, right? You really forced everyone to kind of slow down to your tempo, but you still gave everyone something to hold on to, right? You brought everyone into your guitar playing. You brought everyone into the crackle of the fire that you created with your artistry right there. And there are very few artists in the world that can do that. And I thank you for being so dedicated to doing just that. You're amazing. Congratulations on your recent accolades. Listen, this man is a national treasure. Really, if you don't know about Mr. Tez, make sure you plug in with him. He is just amazing. He speaks multiple languages. He is a true farmer. Like, this dude's amazing. I'm telling you, man, for real. One of my favorite human beings. Like, Mr. Tez is amazing. Thank you, sir, for doing what you do and sharing it with us. All right, coming up next, Auntie April in the building. She comes through. I got a chance to hang out with her. Shout out Dre Reyes and the Slam Jam. Listen, Auntie April puts in work. She really comes with the work that makes you realize that healing comes through poetry. Like, I don't care how ugly, how horrible your life can be, but healing can come through poetry. And if you're not really sure about that, make sure you pay attention. The one and only April Gonzalez in the building. Come on, Auntie April. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
Okay, hi. I put my information in the chat. Can you still see me?
We got you.
Okay. This is called Girl Interrupted. For the umpteenth time, she dialed police. Come take my daughters. Make her cease and desist. They'll tell her, ma'am, go file a pins in court. But even that was a level she'd never resort. I mocked her, trying to light the fuse, fueled by a rage rooted in abuse. At that point, I'd take any attention, a cry for help disguised as aggression. I sparked a joint in my room, setting off impending doom. She warned, if you continue, I said, do what you need to. I wore that it can't happen attitude. As an armor, I refused to lose. I waited, no sirens. Maybe they won't show. Fuck it. Headed for the door. It opened slow. Two towering white officers. Are you the reason we're here? I said, move out my way without a hint of fear. My mom rolled out shouting, yes. He pushed me back, palms to my chest. So I leapt, swung, caught him in the chin. He snatched my arm, ballerina and spin. Like a rag doll, legs swept, I fall, face plant hard, dragged down the dirty hall. Thrown on a kitchen chair, wrist cuffed, tight without care. Radiating pain, capillaries busted, compliments of New York City's finest. To stop my suffering, I wished for death, not realizing the words slipped out beneath my breath. They smirked. She's a threat to herself. Get the bus. Not as much a threat as they were to us. Ambulance rolled in, strapping me to a stretcher. Cuffs not double locked, so they twisted deeper. Metal eating skin, please take them off. Not so tough now. He scoffed. I swear I'll be good. I'll be good. He loosened them bees with honey, understood? In Brookdale Hospital, cuffed to a bed, police snitched to the shrink what I had said. He asked me questions, memory test, intelligence. Repeat these objects. Who is the president? I answered right, but still they right. Psychotic cold. You mean keeper for spite? No children's psych, so pediatric detention. Nurse at arm's length called it constant observation. A 24/7 shadow, not the recognition I wanted. Can't exorcise me. Even my demons are haunted. Minutes passed, I became minute. Meds in my veins, dazed, absolute. Grew weak and fragile over weeks, praying for weekend. Loneliness over time created my pretend friend. Mom's day to visit finally came. Yes, now I had someone outside myself to blame. Any object not tied down, I heaved. Why don't you want me? Why can't I leave? I decided to escape, headed for the elevator. Nurse hit code gray. I fucking hate her. Doors open and security swarm. Didn't she take an oath to do no harm? I swung wildly, hitting everything. They wondered how that strength came from this little thing. Clung to the threshold with all my might. Needle in my ass, cold liquid of night. Didn't know straight blankets exist. Strapped to the bed, sleep I couldn't resist. Woke in a padded room, mattress on the floor. Let me out. I won't misbehave anymore. Things like this are seldom heard. A child thrown in an adult psych ward. Welcome to Snapper 5, the place that saved my life. Waiting on a room in a group home, stuck in limbo. Mom asked if she could take me. Social workers said no. They kept me institutionalized for months on end. No light, just dim rooms filled with drooling men. Not many can say they got to graduate from a psych ward to a ward of the state. Poem.
Yo, we got you.
Hi.
We got you. Unmute yourself. Give it up for April Gonzalez.
Girl, you're so brave.
So much strength in your vulnerability, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Bravo.
So powerful.
Bravo.
Yeah, I liked how your display of your own relief at being able to finish the poem, because it just brings across, the kind of coming through the struggle itself. You make it so tangible. Early on when you got to the point about having the cuffs on, you had me right there because I totally identified with that. And anybody who's had cuffs on knows the very first thing that goes through your head is almost this thought about how you never want to have that experience again, because the second those things go on, that's it for you. You don't have any more control. And that was kind of the entry point into the rest of the poem for me. And of course, there's a lot of people here who totally identify with the mental health industry insights that you impart. And I just want to continue to give you encouragement to keep coming here. And, like Norm pointed out, to speak the truth of your vulnerability, because it's really a revelation and a really super positive example to everybody else.
And to tag along with Jedi, I know, April, I know what it takes to come up on the screen. Pop, yeah, okay. April, I know like what it takes to write poems like this. Like I'm intimate with the process. And there's a line that you have to cross emotionally and intellectually to give you the okay what you're about to say, because you've been carrying it with you your whole life. Right? Your power lies in the fact that your box has not been defined yet by you, April. like your style, how awesome you are in writing, your truth, the courage. Like your box hasn't been defined by you yet. Appreciate that, applaud it, smile at it, because you don't know how to put yourself in the box yet when you write and create. And people like me can appreciate you stepping over lines to give us your truth. Thank you. Your box has not been created yet, April. Rock out. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Perfectly said, brother.
So, you had me at Psych Ward, right? Shout out to my man Ghostwriter. He calls it the spa. I call it the dungeon. Here's the thing about that place, folks. If you've never been, it's easy to get in there. Getting out, on the other hand, is something very fucking different. So when you say your mom, ask the people to come and they ask you, oh, are you why we're here? Yeah, I am. And the people drooling to see you there, let me tell you something. Survival comes in all shapes and sizes. And I'm thankful that the Most High saw fit to make sure that survival came in your size. That you were able to make it on this side of that and tell that story. Right? Each one of those tiers is another notch on your survival belt. Yeah, I did that too. Yeah, I survived this one too. Right? I beat another devil. I beat another demon. Right? And that survival is nothing but strength. And it's just personified in every line that you write. Like you said, fueled by rage, rooted in abuse. Even my demons are haunted. Tell them. Damn it, tell them. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how loud you have to be. Tell them. And flex on them when you tell them. You know what I mean? For real. Great work. Thank you for sharing it with us. All right. Let's keep it going. Coming up next. Yo.
Are you able to hear me this time?
Oh, I got you. We got you this time. So, listen, and I love the fact that these two are like, tagging each other in. Like, this is a thing now, for real. Because when you start talking about strength, these two definitely exemplify it. I love the fact that, Samantha comes in. Her style is very unique. And she has a unique way of telling the truth, telling her story. Is very rhythmic. It's very poetic in a poetic way. And I'm thankful that she continues to come through and share it with us. The one and only Samantha Lopez in the building. Come on, Samantha, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it
I put it
away.
in the chat. The piece I'm gonna read tonight is kind of like gonna continue with what I read last week, and also I guess a lot of people struggles with mental health. So I'm gonna read a piece from my book. Shout out to CPMaze because he was like, yeah, you gotta read this one tonight. It's called the Confessions of a Depressed Person. Welcome to my confessional. Can I confess the truth to you? Oh, if you only knew that deep down inside, I'm a mess behind the disguise. All aboard the Hot Mess Express. Can somebody tell me what stop is next? I don't know where I'll end up, but to my demise, it's no surprise. Stressed out and depressed. Falling apart on the inside, trying to keep up the illusion behind the facade. Dear God, can you help me as I ask myself, why I'm my own worst enemy? Feeling sad, lost, and alone, spiraling out of control. Misery, pain, and shame. It's so insane. Here we go again. It's the same sad song that plays for days and days, but who is there to blame? I'm silently screaming, wounds ripping open, bleeding. I'm bleeding with emotions that run so deep, I wear them on my sleeve. quietly, out loud, but nobody is seeing and nobody is hearing. Nobody. I'm falling down the rabbit hole. I don't know which way to go. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Even though there's no place left to go but up, I just keep on falling down, sinking deeper beneath my skin. I'm losing sleep. I can't eat. Defeated, depleted, a walking contradiction. I smile and I frown. I drown. I'm drowning. Let me take them with me. I can't drown my demons. They learn how to swim. Somebody save me from them. Save me from myself. I think I need help, but there's none. There's no one. I'm so done. Can I confess the truth to you, my truth? Oh, if you only knew that these are the thoughts that I possess. Obsessed, frustrated, self-loathing. I'm floating, more like drifting away into the darkness, into my shadow self. I'm imploding, outwardly, cowardly. I want to run away from society. Somebody stop me, catch me, I'm falling, I'm crawling, I'm weak. Down on my knees, I beg and I plead, hide and seek with emotions as they peak. Let me speak before I scream. I dream of freedom, freedom for myself. Can I confess the truth to you? Oh, if you only knew what lies deep beneath the surface, you wouldn't want to be there too. Damaged, like broken glass, shattered, scattered, barely holding it together. I've been like this forever. Trying to keep the pieces together, a beautiful tragedy. I feel like no one understands me. Melancholy, folly. This pain is embedded so deep inside of her soul, it will never let her go. So she wants to cut it out and live with the gaping hole, but no matter what she does, it just won't go away. She lives with it, and the torment it causes her each and every day. There's a tight, heavy feeling in her chest. The panic attack comes next, anxiety at its best. I must confess, to be numb sounds dumb to most, but to her, it's a bliss she's been longing for. Just for a moment to not feel a negative emotion like like the ocean's current that pulls back, then crashes into the shore's hard surface. A moment of peace is all that she needs. She craves it, please. Permanently embedded in me. I'm tired of feeling empty, hollow, and lonely, wallowing like a lotus flower blossoming. Do you follow me? So, can I confess the truth to you? Oh, if you only knew that these are the confessions of my depression. That was not easy to read, but oh, I did it.
Wow, that's just work. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Samantha Lopez.
Yes, that's part of the journey, you have to make. This whole thing about confession, which is a bit, a tool. There's so many masters of confession here. And new masters of confession show up here continuously. And, this was just such a beautiful and clear exposition of confession as that tool to disburden, but also empower. And the first part of the poem was really wonderful because it was kind of like a recipe list of all these things that you described using these metaphors everybody's familiar with, like the rabbit hole. So you kind of just set the scene with all these descriptions, and then you kind of get more and more personal. And I kind of almost physically felt you drawing yourself closer and closer to your own emotions through this catalog or this recipe of descriptions of your condition. And I really connected right at the beginning where you talked about compartmentalizing, where you're a depressed person, but in public, you're able to present yourself as something else, right? And that's such a key survival instinct people, really have to develop. And I almost, forgive this description, I almost felt like this was such a perfect poem about description for, as people talk about in job situations, onboarding somebody who's just beginning to deal with depression, right? And I totally see why Maze encouraged you to read this poem.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you.
Onboarding. He said onboarding.
He said
That's
onboarding.
awesome.
Yeah, forgive me.
He said
That's
onboarding.
awesome, though. Like, that's such an
Yeah.
awesome way to describe something. I'm going to use it at least 5 times tomorrow. I'm going to say onboarding.
I literally have your quote written down still, CP, about that poem.
Onboarding.
Heard.
Listen, Samantha, I know poems like that are not easy. First, I commend you for recognizing that you're dealing with depression and getting the help that's necessary to survive it. As a person who deals with depression, it is not easy. It is a daily struggle. It is one of those things that can debilitate you. Poetry is a beautiful set of armor that helps you fight depression on a regular basis, right? And then you have a CPMaze, you know what I mean, who kind of tells you, hey, you know what I mean, you're strong enough to read this poem. Get it done. I love the line that you said, "Dear God, can you help me?" Right? Shout out my mom. She always says, you know, quoting scripture, put on the whole armor of God, right? And I love the fact that you use poetry in that same way, right? You said, I can't drown my demons. They learned how to swim. God, ah! That's not yours? Okay. She said, that's not mine. That's not mine. Okay. I'm just saying, like, hey, yo, that's just, yikes. That's just, yo. But still, I mean, I commend you for being strong enough and being fearless enough to talk about the things that you struggle with, right? It is an amazing poem. Thank you for reaching out to the community and for sharing it with us. It was absolutely amazing. All right. It looks like we have 3 more artists to go this evening. Hoping my tech team can hold on to it and we're going to get it done. So, closing out the guarantee list this evening. I was just rapping with this cat recently. I was just sharing a poem with him. He is my slam master. He is a slam master of the world. He is an outlaw. Future poet laureate of Earth. Contributor to the Sunday's Open House Anthology, published by one of the last poets. Also, contributor to Incoming Fire, published by the Outlaws. This dude is just an enigma amongst enigmas. You'll find out. Throwing only CPMaze in the building. Come on, folk. Let these people know what it is, man. Like, prepare y'allself, because he about to discombobulate y'all, for real. Take it away, folks.
I did this weird Superfly red carpet event Saturday, and in an interview, the Marine turned poet theme came out, and it got me into thinking a letter I wrote for my kids. This is an abbreviated, abridged version of a letter I wrote my kids. 2 moons and 3 suns, you will always be my sky. Read this letter when you need to be reminded of where you come from. Uncle Frank killed his first cat at 16 by throwing his body through a wood chipper. Rode around with a dead hooker in his trunk while babysitting your grandmother once. In elementary, I always watched him mold up, cut up candle wax to look like crack rock to sell. An elementary alibi to one of his lies once cost another pimp to get sliced up by a straight razor. An elementary latchkey kid, I became a man-child for murderers to give Christmas gifts to. So with no fear of consequence, I stopped asking for permission to be great. Christ came to me with the contract, said if I offered over my creative genius to him, he would keep you safe as long as I kept my art honest honest, I did, and I never turned back. My love's well-kept, cleared out closet space is where nightmares hang the skeletons from my 2 murder trials. First murder trials tribunal, military tribunal tested my fuck. If you could judge me, military discipline under fire. Onslow County was murder in the 1st degree, murder in the 2nd degree, or involuntary manslaughter. In Saginaw, Michigan, Mike kidnapped and held hostage in the basement for 3 days. 3 o'clock in the morning, undercover military police ran dope dogs through Bailey's courtroom. I beat a court-martial case in Rota, Spain, by letting the Lord serve as my best lawyer in the business. A non-commissioned officer running with on-call military-trained killers on the government's payroll. Continuous search and seizures as if we were slanging narcotics. We stayed subjects of investigation till toy soldiers left my pen. Brotherhood boys begging out with bastards while serving beer time. Never missing meals with men who can make men go missing. Made sure my heart stayed well fed. Made sure my never taught to talk reckless, cutthroat tongue, never cut a check that my ass couldn't cash. Made self-made men, mostly out of respect for me. Make sure Maze could move without tied strings. Ask, acting out of line after the fact, anger how after our acts of violence can make Marine Corps Maze act a motherfucking ass. Ask him how over my dead body I will never allow my pride to pull a pistol just to let it do the fucking talking for me. Asked how over a conversation I had to convince a killer that they didn't stop making bullets when they made his. Asked him to make sure his mama knows these kids throw more than temper tantrums over here. Asked him to ask his thugs to ask their killers to ask God what can happen when patience stalls. Asked him if he thought my Marine Corps Extraordinary League of Gentlemen didn't keep duct tape or comas on call. Asked him to ask God as to how, when hardcore goes unsportsmanlike conduct, it'll never cry wolf. Sons, I miss early morning essay exams to walk war off a stage. Sons, never trust hookers turned into housewives because neighborhood street supermodels ain't shit. Son, an elementary latchkey kid, your father became a man-child for murderers to give Christmas gifts to. So no, your bloodlines are filled with rhetorical questions that only graveyards know how to answer. Son, never forget what it took for me to get you here. Never forget where you come from. Trill as fuck, sincerely yours. That.
Yo, talking about that cat bananas, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for CPMaze. Yeah.
By the way, I have a saying. I it's funny that you mentioned boxes, but I always had a saying that said, fuck your box, because you ain't gonna put me in a box. I work outside the box.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's got to be on a t-shirt. You got to put that on a t-shirt.
Fuck your box. But you're amazing as always. As always. I mean, I wish you can give me like a private like lesson on how to do this thing.
Let's trade info in the back end. We can do it. Like, this is my life. Like, I live and breathe this. I'm a die poet, and it feels good for me to say that. You know, I got my disability coming out from the Marine Corps, 100% disability from the Marine Corps for this PTSD and all of that. And now I know without a doubt, April, I'm going to die a poet. So hit me up, anybody. Like,
I wish the city would cut us a check, because we getting raised out here getting PTSD just from looking out our windows sometimes.
True, so true. So
Yo. Make sure you go back and watch that. That's a bar.
Right.
That's a
Yeah.
whole poem, right? We
Yeah.
get PTSD just looking out our windows. That's a bar.
it's true.
Just
But
yo.
listen to what, people should go back tomorrow or the next day and listen to Maze's poem again. This is the difference, this might seem screwy to say, between art and entertainment. You will never hear or see an entertainment with the kind of raw content this man creates out of his life. It's just straight up life.
It's
And
gladiator shit, right? Are
I
you
was going
lost?
there, April. I was going there. Give me a second. I was
Are
going
you
there. Give me a
take
second.
it
Give me a
away,
second.
Elemental.
Outlaw.
Take it away, Elemental.
No. I was going there. Listen. You set it up so beautifully, Jedi Master, that everybody just couldn't help themselves, right? Right? But I was just gonna go with the same thing. Are you not entertained? Right? Like, are you not entertained? Is this not a coliseum? Right? And I can't necessarily call him a Spaniard because I know he's a Houstonian, right? I can't call him a Spaniard, but I'm telling you, he makes sure that the Coliseum stays bloody, right? And as a member of the Outlaws, I say that all the time. Every time we step into an arena, there will be blood. I'm telling you. And this is one of the reasons why. Because my slam master, he expects nothing less. Because he's the first one to shed blood. like you know what I mean? He sheds first blood. And so, the team comes behind him exactly the same way. And I believe the founders of the New Eurekan Poets Cafe were exactly the same. This is about art. This is about true, real life expression and poetry, right? It's not about slam. It's not about who's better than anybody. It's about true expression of your life. Like April said, we look out our windows and we got PTSD. This is what real poetry is about. This is what I believe the New Eurekan Poets Cafe was built upon. And this is why we're still here, folks. This is why we still got some of the greatest poets in the world doing what we do. Appreciate you, Maze. For real, make sure y'all plug in with CPMaze. He's absolutely amazing. All right. We have reached the good luck round, and we have got 2 artists and a request. We'll see. Coming up next, first of all, let me apologize to this cat. He has been reaching out to me, and I apologize for not being able to get with you, homie. I have been dealing with some real shit. I've been sick as hell recently. For real, man. Like, for the folks who have been close to me, like, I have been down bad, man. But I love rapping with this cat. He is a true poet. He is an artist, a poet, I should say. He is just 10 toes down for all the things that poets do and what poetry stands for. I like to call him the captain of the street team, the one and only Nspiration in the building. Come on, man, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
I put it in the chat earlier. I'm gonna get straight to it because of the time. Type of love. I want that real love, not that bullshit tiptoeing around your feelings type of love. I want that real love. That's straight to the point, that blunt ass honesty type of love. I want that love and war type of love. Though not that toxicity. I already had that type of love. I don't like that type of love. I want that type of love where you shave my back, I pull your wax strips, that type of love. You trim my toenails, I paint your toenails, that type of love. I want that real love. I don't want that bullshit, tiptoeing around your feelings type of love. I don't want that beating around the bush ass type of love. I want you and me to feel comfortable shaving your bush, that type of love. You can manscape me, that type of love. I want that. I come home, you don't have my meal ready. I talk that shit, you talk that shit. We keep it real type of love. Though not that toxicity type of love. I already had that type of love. I don't like that type of love. I want that you annoy the fuck out of me type of love. I love to hate you, hate to love you type of love. I just want that real love. That two-way street type of love. You know that you cook, I clean. You clean, I clean. That type of love. I want no bullshit type of love, no tiptoeing around your feelings type of love. In fact, I want that fuck your feelings type of love. I want that you walking around the house in your PJs, you aim your ass at me and fart type of love. Talking about laughing out loud type of love. I'm gonna get you back in the middle of the night while you spooning me. I'm gonna fart on your pussy, you'll vibrate, you'll jump off the bed screaming and laughing. Oh, you nasty boy. Yeah, that type of love. Yeah, I'm nasty. Come sit on my face, I'll eat you like a sandwich type of love. Yeah, I'm your freak type of love. Yeah, for only my woman can I be that type of freak for my love. I want that deeper secrets type of love. I want that wake up in the morning, I don't have myself together yet, baby, don't look at me yet. That type of love. I want that real love, not that bullshit tiptoeing around your feelings type of love. I want that real blunt honesty type of love. I want that for real love. I don't want that toxicity type of love. I already had that type of love. I don't like that type of love. I want that real love. That I don't even understand type of love. I never had that type of love. I want that you teach me type of love. I want that what you need from me. What's your deepest, darkest secrets? Talk to me, baby. That type of love. I actually want to know how you feel. That type of love. I don't even know if I have feelings. That type of love. So I can prepare to understand and learn all about your needs. That type of love. I just want that real love, that intimate love that I wake up to you. I wake up to you, I wake next to you, I look at you, I say, I love you, but more so I appreciate you. That type of love. I want to buy you a gift on Thursday just because it's Thursday type of love. I just want the same type of love in return. I want to walk through the door after a hard day's work and you kiss me on the cheek and you tell me that you love me, baby. That type of love. I want that Luther Vandross type of love. You make my house into a home type of love. I want that Al Green type of love, that love and happiness type of love, that Stevie Wonder, that ribbon in the sky type of love. So in the same sense, I want that Kevin Gates, that Satellites love bug type of love, because I never had that hug you, I love you, everything is going to be okay, honey, that type of love. Now I crave to know and understand how to embrace love. I want that white, brown, black, unite type of love, that motivation, determination, inspiration type of love. Yes, I am. Inspiration. Good night, my love.
I done told you about that shit, homie. I done told you about that shit, man. Unmute yourself, give it up for our inspiration.
It's good to see how this poem came along, because I remember when you first were writing it. So it's nice to see the changes and how it fully came to be.
Thanks,
was
man.
good.
See, and you even got it must be music soothing the savage soul, because you even got the dog to bark.
Right, even Yoda is in the mix. Like, yeah. Come on, Yoda. For real.
You know, what I want to say is, you know, some of the best kind of list poems like this work up a kind of catchphrase that becomes like an earworm out of a advertising jingle. And years ago, they used to talk about doing poetry as a kind of expanded poetry. That is, bringing in certain, I'm going to call them maybe more performative than literary, but bringing in other formal tactics to poetry that people hadn't heretofore associated or in poetry, right? So you have this catchphrase in this poem, you know, kind of love, that kind of love, that kind of love. And it really does become this kind of earworm that's going to stick in people's heads. And that's what just, and it, you know, it's almost over relentless in a way. And that's what makes this poem work and so relentless and so strong.
Okay, I like that. Thank you.
I'm with Samantha and the Jedi, like the repetitive of type of love. Like people start listening. After a while, people start listening for the catchphrase instead of the words, right, that are coming. The difference is with this poem, you are hitting on so much humanity. It's not really, this isn't really Inspiration's poem. This is everybody in this motherfucking room's poem, you know? And you're giving all of these different perspectives. So in the moment when someone's thinking, oh, he's about to say type of love, you'll say you'll say something else that'll make that whole thing pop even louder. And for me, it was the Al Green type of love. And I was just like, Al Green, you do know that type of love gets you burnt with a hot pot full of grits, right? You know Al Green's wife. Like, gotta be careful with that type of love. You gotta be careful with that type of love unless it comes with bacon and a biscuit. That's all I'm saying.
That love and war type of love. But
That
not
love and war type of
toxicity
love. Yeah.
love. I don't really had that.
Dope
Like
piece. Dope piece.
Yeah,
And you
one other
embrace
short thing I wanted to say is, Craig, everybody who's a poet is in part on a journey to find their audience, right? And you can only find your audience by just being honest and doing your work. And some places it works, and some places it doesn't. And some places, people go crazy for it, and you're at home there. Maze asked me quite a long time ago, what are some, he said, you've been doing this a long time. What are some things that you've learned? And one thing I had to tell him was just keep doing your poems. Just be honest. Don't try to be, try not to be self-conscious about it too much, and go to as many different kind of scenes as you can and stick with the places that welcome you and encourage you, and you will find your audience there. You've done some poems here. I would almost say, well, Craig's looking for a place where there's a poetry mosh pit he can stage dive onto, and keep at it. You will find that poetry mosh pit. No joke.
I like that.
For sure, for sure. I absolutely love how you have invoked the spirit of your colleagues. You really give all of yourself to this poem. And as we've conversed over the time that we've known each other, you're continuing to give yourself more and more and more to it. So yeah, it's really, really works. You are committed now, and I commend you for that. You're committed to being the poet that you want to be now, right? When we first started rapping, you weren't really sure how you wanted to go at this. You weren't really sure if you wanted to be this, but you are committed now, and it sounds like it with every poem. And I done told you about that shit, man. I done told you about that. You cut my toenails, I'll paint your type shit. I done told you about coming out with that shit, man. Like, you can't say that shit on, you can't, man. Because then all these women be like, well, he said he gonna paint my toenails. Like, I done told you about that shit, man. Dope work, though, man. Really, really dope work. It really comes from the heart, man. And I appreciate you for putting in that work. Really, really, really. All right. Coming up next, our resident superhero is in the building. Our resident Shiro is in the building. I just saw a social media post that she posted about pushcart nominees that were published on her platform. Shout out Maori. Shout out Poetry Global Network. Shout out Fincabulary. Shout out the Daughter of Krypton. Shout out one of the dopest poets in the world for always making room for other poets. If you don't know this artist, please do yourself a favor right now. Make sure you are plugging in with her. She is one of the originals. She is one of the pillars of this community. She has been rocking with us from the very beginning, and she is absolutely amazing. The one and only Finn Bell is in the building. Come on, Finn. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please, take it away.
It's always good to see you too. My dog just got so super excited. You could hear her tromping around and galloping in the background. But you could find me on Instagram. I am Finn_Bell_poet. Like Michael Sindler mentioned a while ago, it is Trans Day of Remembrance, and we commemorate and we grieve those souls that were lost to senseless violence, to homophobia, to hate. And how we combat that is by remembering them and honoring them with love. And how we show that love is by listening and hearing them, and by looking and actually seeing, because that's all they want. They want to be seen. They want to be recognized. They want to be acknowledged for what they are. So I wanted to share a poem with an epigraph by Andrea Gibson. This poem is from Kai Chen Tom, from their book, Falling Back in Love with Being Human. The poem is titled, To the Girl Trying to Be a Magic Mirror When She Is, in Fact, a Secret Door. The epigraph, Andrea Gibson. For the record, if you have ever done anything for attention, this poem is attention. The first time you tried to kill yourself, you were 16 years old. You left a letter that said, remember, you are worthy of love and capable of loving. Always, always. Still trying with a teenager's paradoxical logic to make the world see you, even as you try to disappear. Donald Winnicott says it is a joy to be hidden, but disaster not to be found. Nobody found you. Not in the womb when your parents were expecting a good Chinese son instead of the little fairy girl hidden inside, not in school, where the teacher saw a quiet model minority and not this raging queen you were about to become. Not the straight acting boy who you fell for in the 10th grade who called you one night to ask about homework and 5 minutes later burst into tears as he told you that his mother died when he was 11 and he also was secretly gay. Though not for you, you were too effeminate, too freakish, too damaged for his taste. To this day, you fall for people who want to give you their woundedness, but not their kindness or care. A part of you still believes that only the wounded can see the shadows you keep in the hidden compartment of your soul, and that's why you've made yourself so good at loving the wounded. When will you learn? They come to be seen, but not to see. The alcoholic scientists with an apartment full of broken clocks. The white queers just dying to learn from a trans woman, color. The sexy banker with a live-in cis girlfriend from whom he keeps you a secret. For them, you are a mirror. They look at you to discover themselves. They will never see you because that's not what they came to find. Stop trying to be a mirror, silly girl. Remember, you are a doorway, a garden, a long, twisted path that leads to an ancient temple. You are full of wildness and wilderness, of secret passed on by the spirit of the first family. Go hunting in your body and devour the pleasure you find there. Raise your arms to the sky and swear by your sinful sacred skin. Swear by your marrow. Swear by the lightning storm dancing in your pelvis. Swear to the boy you were and the girl you couldn't be. Swear to everything you were and are and will become. I will always find you. I will never abandon any part of you ever again.
It's not fair. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Finn. Boo!
Bravo, Finn!
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You're amazing,
Thank you.
Finn.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for voicing that.
Unbelievable. And for some reason, that poem reminds me of the poem that you have about your mother teaching you how to make rice, I believe. It just kind of has that same connotation. So, thank you for being so dedicated to reading in your true voice, to speaking poetry from your soul, because you emit poetry from a very real place in your spirit. And when I hear you read poetry, it does come from that, right? Thank you for always bringing new artists and bringing new forms of poetry to us. But please realize that we enjoy your artwork as well. Listen, make sure you are plugging in with Finn Bell. She is an incredible artist. She makes room for so many artists on so many platforms. She has Wake Up and Write on Saturday mornings. She is a contributor to Bottoms Up, which CPMaze hosts every other Sunday. Again, she is a publisher of Maori literature. Make sure you are plugging in. Shout out to the Pushcart nominees. Shout out to every single artist who rocked this evening. I mentioned our resident descendant of the Starship Enterprise, and I wanted to make sure that I showed this again because he did come into the building. Shout out my man Garland Thompson and Eike Waltz for this incredible manuscript that they have created. Listen, if you don't know these two gentlemen, please do yourself a favor and connect with both of them. They are amazing artists. They are phenomenal poets. And this is going to be absolutely amazing. Over here, you see these treble clefs, right? I can't tell you enough. Thank you to everyone who have rocked with us this evening. Shout out the Jedi Master. Shout out Eike Waltz, CPMaze, Nspiration, Joeski Sea, Samantha, Mathematics, the daughter of Krypton, Mr. Tez, Alan Gary, Yun in the building, Poetastic, Brian, my man, Matthew Monokeen, Terry Rose, and Garland Thompson. Thank you so much for rocking with us this evening. You make this night something so much more. I cannot thank you enough for all of the energy that you bring, all the inspiration that you bring. I love all of y'all. Thank you for rocking with us. Next week is going to be Thanksgiving, y'all. Make sure you bring your 2-minute poems. We're going to get down. We're going to end the night like this until we meet again. May this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, energize others, inspire creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. Never forget, cowards get buried here, and we reclaim our strength through our fearlessness. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Until next week, peace and blessings.